Hello, 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 and welcome to the Conversation with Stevie. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and this is the place where we uncover the why behind what people do. To introduce myself, I help Christian women get seen and get paid online. And I love doing that because I believe that the world needs to see you. And so today we have an extra special guest. I'm super excited about having this conversation because she does some incredible things, and her name is Monique. Hi, Monique. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Stevie. How are you? I am fabulous and happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. I'm super excited that you are here. Please do go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, yes, my name is Monique Pearson, and I would definitely describe myself as a multifaceted woman. I am an author, I am a transformational speaker, and also an entrepreneur, and I am the founder and CEO of Soaring W Enterprises, and what we do is to help women to elevate, expand, and explore their mindset to include international travel.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. And so what made you say yes to your purpose?
Well, actually, I think I was inspired as a result of the pandemic, just sitting there and having so much time on my hands. I realized that I was not operating in what I loved, and what I feel was my purpose was to be able to be that vessel for other women to show them the world and the benefits that you can get as a result of travel. So that was when that awakening came to me, like, I can do more than just plan trips for fans and family. Like, I can actually make this a business and be able to make an impact on a grander scale.
I absolutely love traveling. And so what would you say are the top benefits that someone can get from traveling and going outside of their zip code?
One, I would say it definitely an increased boost to your confidence, because for most parts, if you're not well-traveled or never been out of the country before, it is a unique experience, and you're definitely stepping outside of your comfort zone and exposing yourself to something new, and that takes courage in of itself, to be willing to step outside the box, to go to the unfamiliar and not know what that expectation is going to look like on the other side. So I believe once you're able to do that once, that can definitely cross over into your personal as well as your professional life, because you have proven to yourself that you are capable of stepping outside of those boundaries that you're used to being within, and that you can still excel. So I definitely would say, one, a boost to your confidence. Two, I definitely think it also gives you a renewed sense of gratitude, especially if you go to one of the lesser disadvantaged countries, just to make you look like, okay, the things that we probably typically take for granted, which would be seen as elaborate in certain countries. I know those are just two known benefits that I believe that you can take away from travel. And then also for those who are introverts and may not be well-versed with interacting with others, I think it opens you up to other cultures, other nationalities, and other people, because while you're over there, you're exposed to just so much. So those are just three quick secondary benefits that come as a result of travel.
Awesome, thank you. And what are some of the favorite places you've been?
I would definitely say Bali is at the top of my list as number one, followed by Thailand as number two, and for the time being, it is Kenya coming in at number three. So I know as I continue to travel, that list is going to continue to evolve.
And what makes you say those places?
I would say Bali, for one, is what stands out, and I've never had this experience, and I've been to over 30-plus countries. I've never been to a country where as soon as I touched ground, there was just a sense of peace that enveloped me. I just never had a spiritual connection of that magnitude to a foreign nation. So I would definitely say that is what makes that first and foremost for me, not just about the picturesque, the lush land, the greenery, but as far as that connection that I felt with spirit, being able to just tap in immediately and just that overwhelming feeling of peace and wellness. But, of course, there are other secondary benefits, the food, being able to see the temples and all the things that you'll see on IG is just a beautiful country, very welcoming. I felt very safe as a woman as well as a minority traveler. So that is why that Bali, Indonesia stands out for me as number one at this time.
Awesome. And let's talk about Profesionista. I love that name. I want to ask you, could you share some key moments or experiences that led you to establish it?
Well, actually, both were started at the same. Well, actually, no. Profesionista was started probably a couple of months prior to Soaring Without Limits. I was inspired again as a result of the pandemic, but I've always been one who has been in service. I feel as if that is a part of the calling that God has gifted me with so many talents, so many capabilities, and so many blessings that it would be remiss if I am not able to play that forward and be able to make an impact to the less fortunate in some shape, form, or fashion. So I initially set out to volunteer to be a part of an organization called Dress for Success that I worked with in the past as a professional stylist to help those who were disadvantaged to find professional attire. But unfortunately, the closest chapter to where I lived at that time was a couple of hours away, so that wasn't realistic for me. So at that time, God put it on my spirit to start your own, and I was like, okay, how am I supposed to do this? I'm working a full-time job. I'm starting another business, and yet you want me to start another charity organization? I was like, how am I able to do that? I'm only one person. And Spirit led to me, like, start where you are, just start. So what I did is just went around to my internal network at first and told them, like, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. Do you have any professional clothing, shoes, attire, so that I will be able to give these to individuals in need? Many that are starting over may not have the money yet to go and get professional attire to wear the work. And one thing we do know is that if you look good, you feel good, it shows up in your performance. And I want them to be able to feel when they're starting these new jobs that they belong there and not have that self-consciousness for not being able to be properly suited for the environment. So I started with my local network, collected clothes for 2 years, and then, of course, we were able to maneuver again once the pandemic eased up, and I was able to partner with the local social services department there in the city of Philadelphia, where I was living at that time, and they just started a community closet, and we formed a partnership to be able to serve inner Philadelphia city. So that is where that came from, and will always be a proponent of my entity with Soaring Without Limits Enterprises to have a piece of that be philanthropic, that I'll have the capability to be able to give back to others and make a difference, because I truly live out that to whom much is given, much is required.
Me too. That is my foundational scripture, so I love it. And so we haven't talked about your books. Please tell us more about those.
Oh, yes. So I have 2 book projects. The first one is Take That Trip, Girl, the Ultimate Bucket List Journal, and that is dealing more so with the mindset work that I do with each of my clients, because I've come to see that many have apprehensions, many have fears that I have to work past before I can even get them on a plane. So that has a lot of thought-provoking prompts, journal work. It also lays out a 3-year travel plan so that you can have a plan of action to make those destinations that you have had on your bucket list for years come into fruition. And the second project, which recently launched this year, is Joy 365. It is an anthology project that I'm a part of. It's 365 different authors, a different one for each day. We're sharing poems, we're sharing prayers, we're sharing words of inspiration, just to be rays of sunshine, of course, to empower, inspire, and add to people's devotional practices that they have. And it is also accompanied by Choose Joy, which is a journal for them to be able to use an accompaniment with the devotional Joy 365. We are sharing quotes, we're sharing little small snippets of encouragement, and leaving space there for you to reflect on that as well. So definitely love that project, to have been a part of it, because it definitely represents a part of me as far as that I feel is being able to pour into others and to be a positive person, because we already have enough negativity in this world. So those are the two projects that are available right now.
I love it. And so we are about to wrap up, and of course we want to get your contact information. But before we do, there is a quick question that I ask the guests who come to the conversation, and it is a fill-in-the-blank question. And it goes, Dr. Stevie, we cannot leave the conversation today without everyone knowing. And please let them know what you want to know.
Oh, I would like everyone to know that for those also women who may be feeling as if they're not enough, those who feel like they are always doubting themselves, for those women who feel as if they cannot relate to anyone, that are always in male-dominated fields, I would like to let you know that you are worthy, that you are purposeful, that you were put on this earth with a purpose, with a unique DNA that only you can fulfill, and that you are the answer to someone's unanswered prayers. I would like to encourage you to continue to walk into the greatness of who you are and own that, because you truly are a gift to this world.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for coming to have a conversation with me today. Please do give your contact information so people can stay connected.
Oh, yes. So my website is www.soaringwolimits.com for those who may be looking for empowerment as far as for speaking opportunities. You may contact me at www.IamMoniquePearson.com, and I'm on social media, all social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram as Monique Pearson, business page, Soaring Without Limits Enterprises, as well as LinkedIn and TikTok under Monique Pearson as well. So I would love to be connected with those who would love to reach out to me.
Awesome. You guys, reach out to Monique. Let's get across this world, get these passports collected and stamped and all the things. Listen, I love it. I love to travel, so I know, and I love the fact that when you travel, you can click the cash from all over the globe. And speaking of click the cash, I look forward to helping you all. If you ever need me, just know how to spell my first name correctly, Stevii. And you can go to Stevie.com. Over there I have a free gift that will teach you how to increase your income online. I want you to enjoy the most incredible day, you all, and we'll see you the next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.